It's a beautiful day for a ride. And I was just sitting on my couch, wasting it away. And I looked outside and I said, no, I can't do this today. It is too nice out. So I dragged my happy ass off the couch. I leathered up. And now I'm out. And I'm glad I did it. Because damn, it feels good out today. Yeah, yesterday was actually a pretty nice day too. There was some rain spatters here and there, but nothing too terrible. I actually ended up spending it with my daughter, playing at some parks. We actually drove around looking for the perfect park. We didn't find one, but what we wanted to do was find a place that had a bunch of rocks that I could try out the new RC truck that I finished building. We ended up finding a place called McKay Park over off of Lancaster. And not ideal, but I'll show some clips here. It wasn't too bad. There were some fairly large rocks that were concreted into the sidewalk or play area there, and got some pretty good scratches on the RC from all the tumbles. But I didn't build it to sit on a shelf. I built it to play with, so that's okay.
This car is gonna drive up that giant rock. Dad, stand next to the rock. Okay, never mind. The car. Drive. Up the rock. This is sad. It's just sad. Safe.
I've always had an inkling towards fabrication and customization and that kind of stuff. And I tend to get carried away with the RC stuff and, well, pretty much anything I start up. Any project I start up, I end up getting way carried away with it. I'm still working on the Blazer there. But I've been so wrapped up in it that I just haven't felt like going out riding. So, got to change it up a bit. I think I know this road. Wait a minute, I've been here. Oh yeah, I know this road. And if I remember, pavement ends up here. Maybe not. Maybe it used to. Well, I'll tell you a story when I get turned around, head the other way. But I'm kind of curious now. Let's see where this goes. Oh, yeah, it does end. Anyway, funny story. So cruising around kind of like I'm doing today, I happened to come across this road a long time ago when I first moved back to Oregon. I was about 18 years old, and I found this road, and I thought, wow, this is a great road. And I came up here with some girls, with a girl. We pulled over here along this road as a kind of lookout point kind of thing, where you just sit there and neck in the car or whatever. But you can see all of Salem from up here. It's a great view. Beautiful. And I knew this road exists. I knew it was up here, but I hadn't been up here for so long, I had forgotten where it was. Forgot all about it. Yeah, you can see for miles. But the last time I had come up here, I guess somebody had called and complained that there was a car parked outside the road, and a cop came over and said, hey, you can't park here, there's no parking, you know, this is a no parking area, there's signs and everything. And so he didn't give us a ticket or anything, he just waved us on. But yeah, that's crazy. Beautiful view though. My daughter has been obsessed with Invader Zim for years. I don't know, it's some Nickelodeon cartoon. Only ran for like 2 seasons and then they canceled it. It was pretty interesting. But she watches it all the time. And you ever have that thing where there's an annoying song or something that your kids do and then it gets stuck into your head? Yeah. Moving to Oregon was very interesting. I actually moved here, and I did this in a video a long time ago, but I moved here when I was 18, or back here when I was 18, to help my grandmother who was fixing up her gigantic Pepto-Bismol pink house. And she was going to move into something smaller, and the house had been in the family for years and years and years. It had started off as a single bedroom cottage with no bathroom, and over the years, I guess my great grandfather fixed it up and customized it and made it into like a multi-bedroom, not a mansion, but multi-bedroom house. And they had a huge family, lots of kids, and she was by herself trying to maintain it, and it was just getting too much for her, so she had me move back here from Kansas to help her fix it up. And when I moved back here, I just realized how much nicer I like, or how much better Oregon is than Kansas. And so I just stayed here. And I've had a few jobs. Nothing like the first job in Kansas though. Oh man, I'm going off on a tangent here, but when I got my first job, I got a job at Pizza Hut, and they hired me as a dishwasher, because the dishwasher that they had hired originally was a bit of a cuckoo. So I guess he had threatened the owner with a knife, steak knife or something. And so, yeah, he went bye-bye. But they had the owner, because it was a franchise kind of place, and the owner came in to help the manager out because they could not find anybody else to work there. And so he was back there doing dishes. And here I am, 16-year-old kid, ride my bicycle into town, because we live way the hell out of town. And I said the word application, and he comes running around out of the corner from the dishwashing area, shaking my hand, saying, "When can you start? When can you start?" I worked there for, oh gosh, like 2-3 years. No, it was about 2 years. Because the first year, I did dishes, and then I quickly learned how to cook, and moved my way up into making pizzas, and eventually, within the first year, I had actually worked my way up to assistant manager. Now, technically, I wasn't assistant manager. I was just told I was assistant manager because the general manager was supposed to be leaving, and so they had hired a replacement manager who did not, or they hired a replacement manager who wanted to take over, but the original manager did not want to leave. So it was a big headache, but there was a lot of crazy shit that went down there. Like, well, one of our cooks had brought in some special mushrooms, some psychedelic mushrooms, to put on his own little personal pan pizza, which at the time was a benefit of working there. You get a personal pan pizza for lunch for free. Anyway, but that's another story. Anyway, I guess he put the mushrooms and the pepperoni on a pizza and put it through the oven. Well, he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I need help. I can't find my pizza." And I'm like, "Okay, so what?" And I said, "What was it?" He goes, "Well, it was a mushroom and pepperoni, but it's not this one." And I'm like, "There's a mushroom and pepperoni pizza right here." And he goes, "No, that's not it." And I'm like, "Well, so eat this one." He goes, "No, it's worse than that." And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "The mushrooms were my own mushrooms from home. They were special." And I looked at him and I'm like, "Are you serious?" Anyway, so I pulled up the computer and looked to see if anyone else had ordered a mushroom and pepperoni pizza. Well, there had. And lo and behold, it was a Book It pizza. And I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Book It pizzas, but it was a program that if you did like some sort of reading challenge at school, you got a coupon for a free personal sized pan pizza. So, and I think it was probably a first grader that got it, but some first grade kid got a pepperoni and special mushroom pizza. I took a look at my friend, or my coworker, and I said, "You know you're fired, right?" And he goes, "I know." I'm like, and we were gonna have to call this into the police because we got to find out who that was. Well, we ended up not calling the cops because we could not figure out who it was, and we didn't want to start a panic. And I was young, inexperienced, and did not realize that could have been a big problem. So luckily I didn't hear anything. Nobody called in, nobody noticed it. My guess is the kid probably tasted those mushrooms and hated them and probably threw them away, and nothing ever happened. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Oh, anyway, that guy got fired, and yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened there. What's going on here? That's weird. Well, anyway, man, this road is gorgeous. I wish the speed limit wasn't so low. just fly through here. Well, that's my favorite little road in Salem. Leave this video off with a nice ride. So, for those of you coming to the meetup, I will see you Saturday. And everybody else, I'll see you next video, which will probably be the meetup. So, take care, ride safe, catch you next time.